Arulmigu Thiyagarajaswamy Temple, Tiruvottiyur. Moolavar is called Sri Adipurishar. Other names Padampakkanadar, Manikka Thiyagar, Sri Puttidam Kondar, Ezhuthariyum Perumal, Ambal, Sri Vadivudai Amman. This is the 20th Thevara Padal Petra Sthalam of Thondai Nadu. Moovar has sung hymns in praise of Lord Shiva of this temple. Other saints, Maharishis, Vallalar, Patinathar and many more have praised the Lord Shiva of this temple. Sheklar has written about this place, how it flourished with various trees and plants even though it was close to the sea in Periyapuranam, and calls this place Adipuri. Sheklar describes the arrival of Sundarar to Tiruvottiyur in his song. Appar, Thirugnana Sambandar, Sundarar, Patinathar and many others have sung hymns on Lord Shiva of this temple. Sundarar came to Tiruvottiyur after darshan of Sri Kalahasthiswarar at Kalahasti. In his hymns, he recollects the memories of Tiruvarur and feels very sad for not having a darshan of Tiruvarur Thiyagarajaswamy and also for being separated for a long period. So he sang a Patti Mayum on this temple. This place Tiruvottiyur had existed since the Paleolithic period with human habitation. As per the literature, this place was called Adipuri, hence this temple's lord is called Adipurishwarar. Another version is that the creator of this universe, Brahma, created this place first, hence this is called Adipuri. This is also called Tiruvottiyur. Tiruvottiyur has different meanings. In Tamil, oath means mortgage, another meaning is wiping out. During Pralaya, this place was completely covered with water and Shiva wiped out the water. Hence this place is called Tiruvottiyur. From the copper plate of Elancheri near Tirthani, Vijayalai Chola's father name was mentioned as Ottriyuran. The same name appears in the Tiruchengode inscription also. As per the Thevara hymns, the sea was very near and they were able to hear the roaring sound of the sea waves. The Rajagopuram and Friend Mandapam. The Rajagopuram is of 5 tiers with stucco images related to Saivism. Kumbha Panchacharam is between the plasters of the walls. This might have been built between the 10th and 13th centuries, probably during the Rajendra Chola period. The stucco images belong to the 16th century Nayaka period. The Friend Mandapam of the main shrine was built during the Sola period. It is to be noted that the main sanctum and Rajagopuram are not on the same straight line. Thiyagarajaswamy Sannadhi was built during the 16th and 17th century. The fusion of Chola period Mandapa with the later period Thiyagarajaswamy Sannadhi can be seen from the outside. The outer prakaram has the 27 Shivalingas, old lingas representing the 27 nakshatras on the south side of the outer praharam. The main sanctum Friend Mandapa is called Nitya Yagasala, where Yagam used to be conducted daily. This mandapa might have been built during the 12th century, a later Sola period. The ceiling has statues of Shiva's various forms. Of those, an amazing one is the small Pichadanar. The Dwarapalakas at the entrance of the main sanctum are worth seeing. The Laladam of the crown has the Simha image. Both crown images are different. Also, neither is installed on a pedestal. Since the inscriptions are on the back wall of the Dwarapalakas, they were brought from somewhere elsewhere and installed here. In the Nitya Yaga Mandapam near Nataraja Sannadhi, there is Chandikeshwara which belongs to the 8th to the 9th century. In the inner Praharam near Kalyana Sannadhi, there is an old Sola painting that was discovered during renovation and is faintly visible. Kalyana, one of the 63 Nayanmar, belonged to Tiruvottiyur. He spends all his money on lighting lamps for this temple. When he does not have money, he intends to light the lamp with his blood. When he tried to cut off his head, Lord Shiva appeared and blessed him. The inner Praharam may belong to the 9th to 10th century. The pillars of Chola period inscriptions. The original temple may be of brick with a square base sanctum. During the Chola period, it was reconstructed as the Gajaprashavamanam with stone. Vattappara Amman temple. This is actually a Saptama Atrika's temple facing north. The priests are not the usual Sivacharyas. For this Sannadhi and Ambal Sannadhi, unmarried Kerala Nambudris are performing puja. It was learned that this Vattappara Amman was treated as a village deity and animals were sacrificed. A Balipidam and Sulam were there in front of this temple, which was removed in recent years. The practice of sacrifice was also stopped a few years before. Since the Sannadhi is very close to the main sanctum, the Sannadhi might have been constructed at a later period. Thiyagarajaswamy is in the form of Somaskandar. The flowered decorations are done in such a way that Swami and Ambal's face with their hands are only seen. The Nadana of Thiyagarajaswamy is Ajaba. It was said that this Thiyagarajaswamy worshipping cult may belong to the Kalamukha sect, which wears Spatika Kundala and Yajñobhavida made out of hair. They ate food in Kapalam, the skull of human head. Appar has sung the Bhikshadana came here after wandering in Mylapore. Thiyagarajaswamy is a Bhogamurti. During the procession, Somaskandar used to come out fully decorated. 12 people carried the open palanquin. On the outside of the inner Praharam wall and near Thiyagarajaswamy Sannadhi, inscriptions are there. This speaks about donations like 28 Samaram and Thevetti made by Devadasis. One of the donors' names was mentioned as Sani Ottriyur Akki. The raven was also called Manikka Thiyagar. The sad part is that the inscriptions are covered by the flooring done in recent years. It was also said that in the olden days, Somaskandar was brought out by the Devadasis. The main sanctum was built during Sola period. Later, the Mandapam was added and renovated during the Vijayanagara Nayaks. Kaulishwara Sannadhi is on the backside of Thiyagarajaswamy Sannadhi. A form of Shiva holding a Kapala and Trishul in the upper hands and lower hands is in Chin Mudra and meditating posture. This Murti may be called Agora Dakshinamurti. People mistakenly claim as Kaulishwaran and Kuleshwarar. Sannadhi. Moolavar is in the form of an anthill and Abhisheka is done only to the Avadiyar. Moolavar is usually kept covered and will be open only 3 days a year from the Kartika Deepam festival. Punugu and oil are applied. Iravan is also called Padambakkanadar. As per legend, the snake Vasuki worshipped Lord Shiva and joined with Shiva with his body. This legend is very much associated with Kaya Rogana, Lakulesa Pasupata cult worship, that is, attaining Mukti and joining with Lord Shiva with the physical body. Instantly, all Kaya Rogana Shiva temples are on the sea coast in Nagapattinam and a temple in Gujarat. Life-size Bhairava with Jadamudi hangs up to the floor. A half-buried Bhairavi is also inside Shiva's main sanctum, just opposite Bhairava. The presence of Bhairava and Bhairavi indicates that the Kabalika cult worship existed earlier. The inscription on the right side wall back of right side Dwarapalaka records a land distributed to 10 people who staged the life story of Sundara in the presence of Sadhurantanta Pandidar, Vasika Pandidar, Somasiddhanatha Pandidar and Votriyur Bhattar. In that it is mentioned that the land value should be the same value as the land that was sold at Dandeshwaram part of the Chennai city. As per the Kerala culture website, the 960 Chola period inscription records that Valluvanad, a part of Malaynad present Kerala, King Vallaban was a friend of Chola king Rajaditya, who was killed by Rashtrakuta king Krishnan III, his prince Botuka. The depression over his failure to join his friend in the war and his death prompted him to abandon worldly pleasures and adopt the name Sathuranana Panditan to become the head of Tiruvottiyur Madam. Kulashekara king Vijay Ragadevan is mentioned in the inscription. The Rajendra Chola one's 31st year reign inscription mentions that on Rajendra Chola's birthday, that is Margari Tiruvadri, Tiruvottiyur Thirumayanam Mudaya Surana Pandidar deposited 150 kasu for ghee to this temple of Lord Shiva. There were lots of madams that existed during Sola period and some of them are Sadhurana Pandidar Madam, Rajendra one inscription, Kulotunga Cholan Madam, Rajendra Chola Madam, built by Nagala Vaisani, an Aryan woman, belonged to Mehalapuram of Arya Desam, and Angarayan Madam, Vijayanagara king Harihara II period. As per the legend, Thondaiman was ruling Kanchipuram and this place was part of it. Two small kings, Unnan and Vannan, refused to submit to Thondaiman's authority. Thondaiman led a war against the two kings. The two kings aided the Thondaiman's army. Thondaiman sought the help of sage Vromsa to fight against the demons. The sage gave a darbe leaf which he threw on the demons. The darbe leaf transformed into Maru, a weapon of Lord Shiva, and chased the demons away from the territory. Thondaiman was an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva and he reconstructed his temple in 750. He also constructed Parivara Devadas temple and installed 1000 lingas brought from Kasi. Moolavar is called Padampakkanadar since Vasuki got Sivadiksha from Upamanyu Maharishi and worshipped Lord Shiva of this temple. Lord Shiva accepted Vasuki on his body, hence Lord Shiva is called Padampakkanadar. Lord Shiva is also called as Elthariyam Perumal since during the king's rule all the order circulars were sent in which it was stated as except Votriyur, Ivanai Votriyur Ningalaha. This is mentioned in Periya Puranam written by Sekidar. Kalyana, one of the 63 Nayanmars, was from this place. He used to worship Lord Shiva daily by lighting a lamp. He continued even during poverty. At one stage he couldn't do it and tried to kill himself and Lord Shiva appeared and blessed him. Vadivudai Amman temple. The Amman faces south with a separate Balipidam, Dwajastambha and Simhavahana. The whole temple is also called Vadivudai Amman temple. For this Sannadhi and Vattaparai Amman Sannadhi, Kerala Nambudris who are also unmarried are doing puja. It was said that Shankaracharya brought Nambudris from Kerala to do puja to Ambal. A chakra was also installed by him. Thiyagarajaswamy has sung hymns on this Ambal. Vallala also sang Navami Malai. Pattinathar, Vallalar, Shankaracharya and Kanchipuriya worshipped Lord Shiva and Ambal of this temple. It is believed that the original temple existed during the 6th-7th century and was reconstructed in 750 CE during the Thondaiman period. In 1936, Kumbhabhishekam was conducted after renovation by an ardent devotee called Tiruvottiyur on Adimai. The renovation work took 14 years and he was present on all days. Later, Kumbhabhishekam was conducted in 1998 and 2013.